6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Friha Hassan. First, the headlines. Pakistan and India have signed a historic agreement to operationalize Kartarpur corridor. World Bank report on ease of doing business shows Pakistan's rating improving by 28 places. Prime Minister says Pakistan has achieved the biggest improvement in its history in World Bank's ease of doing business rankings. US investors have announced to invest $100 million in the tourism sector of Pakistan. Foreign Minister has urged the United Nations to work towards ending the reign of terror by Indian forces in occupied Kashmir. Islamabad has welcomed a US House of Representatives Subcommittee on Asia and Pacific's public hearing on human rights situation in occupied Kashmir. And now the news in detail. Pakistan and India have signed the historic agreement to operationalize Kartarpur corridor. The agreement was signed at Kartarpur Zero Line today. Director General South Asia and SAARC at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Mohammad Faisal, signed the agreement on behalf of Pakistan, while the Indian side was represented by its Joint Secretary for Home Affairs, S.C. Das. Later talking to the media persons, DG South Asia and SAARC, Dr. Mohammad Faisal, said the agreement will facilitate pilgrims to visit Gurdwara Kartarpur 7 days a week from dawn to dusk. He said the yatris will come in the morning and return back in the evening. He said, "We have agreed to accommodate 5,000 yatris on daily basis, and if there is more capacity, we will accommodate them." Dr. Mohammad Faisal said under the agreement, India will provide a list of yatris 10 days before their visits so that they could be properly received. He said the first group of yatris will come on the 19th of next month. He said, as per our commitment, this will be a visa-free travel for the yatris. Only a nominal service charges of $20 per yatri will be charged. He said, "We have agreed to accommodate 5,000 yatris on daily basis, and if there is more capacity, we will accommodate them." Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says signing of Kartarpur corridor agreement, despite challenges, is manifestation of Prime Minister Imran Khan's strong determination. In a statement today, he said the agreement reflects Pakistan's foreign policy that highlights Islamic teachings with regard to respect for other religions. The Foreign Minister said under the agreement, 5,000 Sikh yatris will be able to perform their religious rituals at Gurdwara Kartarpur Sahib without visa. He said the Sikh yatris residing on foreign countries on avail this facility on Indian origin card. Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan says Kartarpur Corridor Agreement will open a bright chapter of promotion of human respect and fraternity. In a series of tweets today, she said the agreement is a practical evidence of Pakistan being flag bearer of interfaith harmony and peace. The Special Assistant said Kartarpur Sahib is a holy place for Sikh community, and we warmly welcome our Sikh brethren. World Bank has launched its report on ease of doing business, showing Pakistan improving by 28 places. The launching ceremony held in Islamabad today showed Pakistan clinching 108th position against the previous 136th position. Speaking on the occasion, Advisor on Commerce Razak Daud said the ranking is very important to attract foreign investment in the country. He said more strides will be made to further improve country's ranking. Abdul Razak Daud said Pakistan wants investment in all the provinces, including Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. He said Pakistan is open for the global business. He said the government is striving to fully facilitate the investors. He said ministries of petroleum and power have given their lists of procedures that should be cut off to ensure ease of doing business in Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed the confidence that Pakistan will become one of the top places for investment before the end of next year. In a tweet today, he said the government has fulfilled another of its manifesto commitments by showing improvement in the ease of doing business. He said Pakistan has achieved the biggest improvement in its history in the World Bank's ease of doing business. He said over the last decade, Pakistan's ranking had slipped more than 50 places. Advisor to Prime Minister on Finance Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh says Pakistan emerges among top 10 improvers globally in ease of doing business. In a tweet today, he said the government's structural reforms are getting international recognition. This is Radio Pakistan. A delegation of the US investors has announced to invest $100 million in the tourism sector of Pakistan. The announcement was made during a meeting between the US delegation and Minister for Kashmir Affairs and Gilgit-Baltistan, Ali Amin Khan Gandrapur. It has been decided to establish tourism centers in Skardu, including different areas of Gilgit-Baltistan. Air Chief Mujahid Anwar Khan, during a visit to South Africa, held a meeting with his South African counterpart and discussed professional matters. Air Chief Mujahid Anwar Khan offered cooperation to South Africa in training and other professional matters. The South African Air Chief appreciated professionalism of Pakistan Air Force. Both the Air Chiefs agreed to further expand their cooperation. Pakistan has welcomed the U.S. House of Representatives Subcommittee on Asia and the Pacific public hearing on human rights situation in Indian-occupied Kashmir. In a statement today, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammad Faisal said Pakistan appreciates the efforts of the members of U.S. Congress who have raised their voice on the persecution of the people of Indian-occupied Kashmir. He said more than 70 members of the U.S. Congress and several prominent political figures, including those intending to join the presidential election race, have publicly spoken on the Kashmir issue. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has urged the international community, especially the UN Security Council, to work towards ending the reign of terror unleashed by Indian occupation forces in occupied Kashmir. In his message on the UN Day, he said the world body has played an active role in the struggle against colonialism and in promoting fundamental human rights. People's right to self-determination lies at the heart of this quest. He, however, said this universal value is being trampled upon in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The 72nd founding anniversary of Azad Jammu and Kashmir government is being observed with national zeal and spirit today. The day dawned with 21 gun salutes in capital Muzaffarabad. Main function of the day will be held at Police Line Muzaffarabad. A special seminar in view of the prolonged curfew, communication blackout, and deteriorating human rights situation in the Held Valley, the AJK government has decided to observe the anniversary with simplicity, and complete solidarity will be expressed with the oppressed people of occupied Kashmir. Meanwhile, in occupied Kashmir, people of the Kashmir Valley and Muslim-majority areas of Jammu region continue to suffer due to Indian military siege, which entered 81st running day today. Restrictions imposed under Section 144 and total ban on internet and prepaid cellular phones are badly affecting people across all spheres of life. And now weather, mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, cloudy weather conditions with rain, thunderstorm, light snowfall over high mountainous areas is expected at few places in Gilgit-Baltistan. And finally, cricket. In the final of National T20 Cup against Balochistan at Faisalabad, Northern were 48 runs for a loss of 1 wicket in 6 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Balochistan won the toss and elected to field first. And before we end the bulletin, here are a few of the headlines once again. Pakistan and India have signed historic agreement to operationalize Kartarpur corridor. World Bank report on ease of doing business shows Pakistan's rating improving by 28 places. Prime Minister says Pakistan has achieved the biggest improvement in its history in World Bank's ease of doing business rankings. US investors have announced to invest $100 million in the tourism sector of Pakistan. Foreign Minister has urged United Nations to work towards ending the reign of terror by Indian forces in occupied Kashmir. Islamabad has welcomed US House of Representatives Subcommittee on Asia and Pacific's public hearing on human rights situation in occupied Kashmir. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.